Hi, I'm Jordan Ty, that Rucking guy, and this is day 25. And I feel like I've arrived, guys. I begin this new chapter super excited, actually. It's like I'm excited to get out here. I'm excited to come home and edit. I'm excited to see my videos on YouTube. Or, be scrolling and see a thumbnail of mine and think like, hey, yeah, that's one of my videos on there. And so it's just like I've been wanting to do this for so long and just, came up with every excuse in the book not to. And now that I am, hell, I don't even care about the numbers or like, it's like, I'm just happy I'm doing this. I'm happy that I'm talking my shit, because I was like watching a video back yesterday and then I realized, I was like, wait, why am I watching this? And it's like, well, because I'm interested in what I have to say. Like, what am I going to say next? And I'm like, okay. If I'll sit and kind of watch this video for a couple minutes, like, damn, I know other people will too, I'm not completely boring, am I? No, but yesterday I felt like I was really cooking. I talked for most of the walk. I don't know how today's gonna go, but we'll see. I think after a big hurrah of saying everything, I think that today may be just a chill video. Maybe talk more about video games everything's political, but maybe some non-political things. Well, just kidding, actually, because I just saw a TikTok about how Texas and their racist ass gerrymandering to help Republicans win more seats. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's nothing new, but I don't know. It's like we don't trust the government because the government's controlled by capitalism. Or by corporate interests and lobbying. But every politician is just some idiot from your fucking hometown who filled out enough paperwork. Knocked on enough doors and filled out enough paperwork to get on the ballot. And then hell, plenty of people got there on voting day and was just like, Brian Thompson, that sounds like a respectable white name, I'll vote for him. And then it's like, now this guy is just in charge of shit, because no one knew any better. Or a lot of the times, they're the only person on the ballot. They're the only person you can vote for. They're running unopposed. So, of course, they get in. And you could do that too. You could fucking sign up and run unopposed and then just win, And so, what I mean to say is that every politician is just some guy, and that guy could be you. And that's what we need, more good-hearted, real Americans running for office. Because right now, on the Republican side and the Democrat side, but obviously worse on the Republican side, is that they just have, these think tanks and these organizations that come up with the new talking points for the youth and, Turning Point USA and stuff like that. It's like they literally have training facilities where they teach you how to be a little fucking Republican robot, or media training, all this and that, make you marketable. But it's like you only know how to fit within the designated talking points, and maybe you know how to pivot. But if we force you to drill down on an issue, you would drown. Because your solutions only involve capitalism, so they can't really make a difference. And so how do you explain how you're going to make things better for people? And the answer is you can't. I've said that a million times, but Republicans don't actually have any policy. They don't have any policy plans. They have no way of making your life any better. So at least let's try something else. Am I right? Anyway, today is the first day, it feels like, yeah, I'm just taking a walk, you know. We'll see what I say when I get there. So, thank you guys for coming along with me on this. I know it hasn't been easy. I know 40-minute videos are a hard ask. But, you know, I just wanted to prove that I really did this whole walk. I really walked the whole 2 miles. And what it was like, and not be afraid to leave in, like, I mean, you know, I'll cut out the sneezes and the strangers and stuff like that. And maybe if I go a little too hard on someone, I'm like, right, I don't have enough social currency to get away with talking crazy like this, so let me chill out. But for the most part, I'm leaving in 98, 99% of this walk. So it's like, yeah, I try to be a cool, tough guy and be like, yeah, fucking, I'm cool, I'm doing this ruck, I'm talking, but then you catch me fucking barely able to put 2 sentences together, and it's like, right, I could edit this video and make it look like this was a breeze, but it ain't. It sucks. But I don't know. I think my last video was like 36 minutes. So for once I actually did get it done a little faster. But I'm starting to get cotton mouth. So we'll see how it goes. But it's a beautiful day. Not really. But I gotta find some interesting clouds for a thumbnail. I've realized this about my first couple of ones. I'm like, yeah, I'm talking my shit, but my thumbnails are so masculine looking. You know, I'm gonna get a bunch of gym bros clicking on my videos. I'm like, no, I need the gays and the girlies. So I'm like, instead of having that like generic gym background picture, why don't I just have the sun, you know, or the clouds of the day? Because it's such a pretty background. But clouds ain't doing what they need to be doing right now. I wonder if I'll ever run into that guy who honked at me again. I know it's silly, but I keep thinking about it. This is silly that I'm about to complain about this, but I freaking hate. So I'm like, I still have a PlayStation 4, and I'm still playing like UFC 4, and so I'm doing like the career mode. And when you do that, you gotta like train for your fights and stuff, right? And so you do these little things, training sessions with a training partner, and you have a goal for the training session, and it's like land, 10 knees, and you're like, okay, and then if you do that, you'll get a 49% bonus on your jab evolution. So every time I throw a jab, I'm getting like 50% more evolution points towards that move. But first I gotta complete the goal of landing 10 knees. in this like little 3-minute session. When you're playing on, easy, medium, or hard, it's like the NPC ass training partner just stands there. They don't throw that much, and they just let you get your shit off. They're good training partners. But when you play on legendary, like legendary AI difficulty is not even like, oh, they're really good. It's just they fucking are receiving the same inputs that I'm putting in. It's not like the AI is guessing how to defend against me. They literally just know what I'm pressing, right? And like on the previous difficulties, like that doesn't really come up that much, but on legendary, it's like, so what happens, god damn it, is I'm playing on legendary and my training partners won't let me do shit, and they are actively trying to knock my fucking block off. And it's like, the goal for the session is to land a takedown, but then the computer just knows every time I put the input to go for a takedown, and then they just end up uppercutting me or kneeing me in the face, rocking my shit. Now I have a minor injury, seeing stars, which I've got to spend my evolution points repairing. Because if you get injured in training camp, it's going to affect your fight. And it's going to affect how many points you have to spend on your training that week. So you have to either pay for treatment or rest. And it's like every fucking time, dude. It'll be like land 15 elbows from the clinch. And every time I go to clinch, he just breaks it. Or I can get one hit off in and then he's beating my fucking ass too. And it's like, bro, can you just let me do what I'm trying to do? Like, you're supposed to be a fucking training partner. I'm the star. Alright? I'm the motherfucker who's gonna fight for the belt one day, not you. So quit trying to fucking injure me, dude. My training partner is a fucking asshole. And yeah, I'm constantly getting rocked. I'm constantly getting knocked down by my training partners because I'm trying to it's like, land knees. And when you throw a knee, you're vulnerable to the face. And so they just the AI recognizes my input, knows I'm about to throw a knee, and then just rocks my shit with vicious hooks. And it's like, I guess they're trying to teach me to set up my moves before I do them, But it's like, I try to do that, and then they're just fucking countering and blocking everything. So when I do throw the knee, I'm still vulnerable, and I still get my shit rocked. So yeah. I don't know why I'm bitching about that here right now, but I'm sick of it. Because it's like, damn, every training session I'm getting my ass beat by my fucking training partner. But yeah, again, it doesn't feel like on hard, it's just like, oh man, he's quick with the combos, he's good at defense, this is tough, but nothing I can't eventually overcome.
Wait.
But on legendary, it's like, oh no, we just decide whether you succeed or fail. If we want you to lose in the first minute of the fight, it's gonna happen, because there's nothing you can do about it. And it's just like, all right, so it's a miracle I'm even 8-2 right now or some shit like that, because there's no restarts and no shit like that. So it's like, if you lose, you lose. But it's frustrating as hell just trying to get to the fight, because it's like, land 10 uppercuts, I'm like, huh! And they're like, wait, think, and I'm just fucking seeing stars, and my chin attribute has gone down like a full star. Because these motherfuckers want to have a moment. You're not thinking about the team, Jeremy. Motherfucker. yeah, today's pretty nice. Today's pretty chill. It's a little breezy. Sun's not out at all. Let me see if I can get those clouds. Something. Some sky for me to screenshot and make a background. You know, I told somebody I was doing this, and they're like, "Oh, I bet you look good doing it." It's one way to put it. Cut to pure exhaustion, me talking to myself, cussing up a storm, hating it. I don't hate it today, it just hurts a little bit. And yeah, how silly, you know. It's like you think like, wow, I'm making progress. And then you realize that it's just kind of like the golden rule. It's like, yeah, it takes 3 weeks to build a habit. On day 24, I'm like, I wonder why this feels so much better. Probably because it's been 3 weeks. But, and again, I don't know what I'm going to do. After the 31 days, do I just keep rucking? Not giving a ruck? No, again, like I said, I just want to chill inside from now on. But yeah, I'm curious to see how much weight I lost by the end of it. I wanted to say that, but then I'm like, well, no, because you just keep putting the weight back on with the liquid calories. So probably not going to lose that much. But we're trending down. Not that it matters. Like, I don't know. I really want to be sensitive to other people's bodies. Like, I remember people talking about Vanilla Mace, and what they appreciate about her is that she doesn't like self-deprecate about her body or even bring it up and stuff like that. And you know, I'm like, right, because like if you feel some type of way, imagine how people that don't look like you feel. Like if you feel like this, how are they supposed to feel? Way worse, you know, whatever. But it's like if I'm talking about my weight or I'm talking about my size, like, I mean, I'm considering what works for my size, for my frame. Like my frame is not supporting what I got well, you know. And so it's like, right, because to me I feel like there's definitely a lot of bigger bodies out there that, but like it fits your frame, you know, and you don't even necessarily have to be tall for it, but it just like it fits you well, and you can tell like, oh, like you were born to kind of be a bigger person, like, you know, and you wear it well. What am I even trying to say, dude? I'm just pulling stuff out of my ass. But basically what I'm saying is that if you hear me complaining about my weight or my size, it's because of how it fits on my frame personally, and it's not to be indicative of anybody else's expectations for their bodies, is I guess what I mean to say. And you know, it's, look, I try to be PC as much as I can, but you know, I don't give a shit about being PC all the time. But here's the thing, is that like you could be non-PC when you and your person you're hanging out with, when you both know that like you don't mean it. You know, it's like you could talk shit about yeah, gay people are such sissies, you ask a gay man to build a cabinet and if they don't know what to do, or whatever, right? It's like, that's funny, as long as we both don't actually think that. You know? It's like, oh man, fucking women suck. And it's like, that's a fine opinion to have as long as we don't both actually believe that. Well, then sometimes you're hanging out with a white guy or, you know, just a man in general, and they say something and it's like, I want to think that's funny, but then again, you might actually think that. So I don't know whether to think that's funny or like to actually have a problem with that. Because again, it's hard to tell if you actually think that. And so that's why you should probably try to be PC in most situations or with most strangers. It's like, right, you gotta earn that trust, you know? And I earned that trust with women over time by, you know, calling out and being able to relate to, like, oh yeah, men are on some fuck ass behavior. Like, yeah, dealing with men is awful. Like, just a few times I've had to deal with some fuck ass man in my car. Oh, it drains the life force out of me, brother. So I can only, you know, imagine what it's like for y'all. But, you know, I've proved that it's like, oh, okay, you don't actually think this way. So when I say things that are less than PC, or it's like, okay, but can we actually talk about that? You know, it's like you're not worried that I secretly do believe that deep down. But yeah. This just sucks, brother. I can't stand it. Don't worry, buddy. Nobody's checking for you. He's like looking at my phone screen, trying to tell if I'm recording out or recording in. But yeah, the walk is easier, the talk is easier. But being out here being like, hi, I'm a vlogger. It's still hard. It's still the worst part. But, you know, one day at a time, one video at a time. I mean, seriously, like, when I'm in public, once we get about a year, I'm like, what am I doing? Put your phone down. So being up here is like, it's a whole new world. My back's really starting to hurt. But we're nearly there. Kinda, almost. Again, it doesn't hurt that bad today. Still hurts a little. Just trying to get through it. feel like saying anything. It's like I'm trying for that too. I'm trying not to force it. It's like I don't want to have to be like, come on, say something, and try to fucking force myself to speak. When I feel inspired to talk about how Hulk Hogan died, that's nuts. And it's nuts because I'm pretty sure he could have died like way sooner and his legacy would be intact. But by the end, we all knew he was like a racist piece of shit and like just cash grabbing the hell out of WWE fans with his like real American beer or whatever. And so like you went out when the world hated you the most. But you know, there's nothing you can do about that. But like, I don't know, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy to have celebrities and people that you enjoy like end up being conservative or some shit. Like when I saw The Undertaker and Kane doing an endorsement video with Donald Trump, it's just like, brother, I've been watching you for decades. And I guess you'll always be The Undertaker, but what the fuck? You know? It's like, especially because I feel like I've heard The Undertaker talk about like being very anti-racist, like not for it at all, but then you support Donald Trump, so you can actually shut the fuck up about not being racist. And it just sucks. It's like, The Undertaker's not my favorite fucking wrestler of all time, but god damn, he's top 5. Like top 5 GOAT period. And for him to be like that, it's just like, you know, just removes the veil. When you don't know someone's politics, you can just pretend. It's like, yeah, I know they're rich and I know they have a lot of money, but they could be progressive. And then you find out they're not. And I don't know, whatever. Because I have heard him talk enough to know he's not like a bad guy. But it's like, I don't know, I hate how close people are to being decent. You know? And it's like, look, you don't mean anybody any harm. But then your politics like suggest otherwise. And I think it's, you know, because most people don't know the full extent of what their policy positions mean and who they support and why and what that does to everyone else. Oh boy. Oh boy. At least I'm not like desperate to give up. I'm just kind of desperate to get a drink. So I lied. I definitely want to get this over. It's always about a good 20 to 30 seconds later, after some overconfidence, do I feel like, you know what, actually, psych. You thought. Whoa. Just a dead pigeon on the ground. Gross. I like do think that birds are real. But the way they be chirping every fucking morning and every fucking night right outside my door, I'm like, this is the CIA. Is the government spying on me? Because why the fuck are you right outside my damn apartment? Just for fucking hours. I'm just grasping at straws. The last straw. Taraji P. Henson. The last one. I think I heard someone say straw is just the Joker for black women. Pretty accurate. The one with Joaquin Phoenix. Ow, God bless it. I scratched the shit out of myself just then. Hey. I was born April 25th, 1995 at 10:37 a.m. in Hayward, California. Taurus sun, Pisces moon, Cancer rising. Any astrological girlies can tell me about my career. How's this YouTube thing gonna work out for me? Use the stars and tell me my path. Tell me my future. Oh. That'd be terrible. Somebody stitches that and they're like, oh, actually, you're gonna fail. Everyone's gonna hate you. You're gonna be rocked by a huge scandal. I'm like, oh shit. But I don't think that'll happen. But I guess the day will come when I have to talk about all the shitty things I've done as a guy. Because as woke and feminist and, you know, whatever, at the end of the day, I'm still a guy. I've still been shitty. I've still been in my ego. You know, did people wrong. And, you know, it's like I'm not going to punish myself forever about it, but you should acknowledge it, and you should acknowledge, like, what you learned from it and kind of debunk why you even did it in the first place. Like, why did you decide to treat this person like this? Why did you, you know? And the main reason, I think, is because, like, men's superpower is that they can walk away from any situation. Like, as soon as it gets too much, it's like, oh, you're trying to hold me accountable for my fucking actions? You're trying to hold me accountable for the things that I said to you. Well, time to block you and never talk to you again. And so it's like, yeah, anytime, like, I don't know, you know, it's getting too much for me, or you're calling me out, or, you know, whatever, it's like I can always walk away. But then the women that you leave behind are stuck with the mess that you left. And it usually ends up that way, and women are left to pick up the pieces. But I think I'm ready to go get a drink, and part of me is like, I got 36 minutes yesterday, so let's get 36 minutes today. So I gotta hurry up. But I mean, who knows where we're at this point. But yeah, I'm thinking Gatorade and maybe a Fanta. The Fanta is gonna kill me. Don't you wanna want a Fanta? I do, the pineapple one. Alright. My knee just completely gives out. But yeah. I need a thumbnail. The fucking stupid, like, whoa, whoa, crazy faced fucking. I probably will use that. Yeah. You know, what really feels good is that it feels like my life is finally heading in a direction. You know, it's like, right, I have purpose, I got motion, I got somewhere to be, something to do, instead of just like, oh, well, you know, until all the pieces fall together. It's like, well, they're not going to fall together. Unless you put them in the right place. Yeah, it's like, I want to end it because I got nothing left to say. But I said I'd show the whole walk, so damn it. You're getting the whole walk. Oh, just kidding. Somebody's coming. I hate it. And especially like from like the further away that you notice, it's like, oh, okay, somebody's coming. What should I do? Should I stop recording? Do I keep talking? And I'll usually stop talking. So then I'm like, oh, what do I open back up with? You know, and then I feel like I'm just bullshitting, like I'm just pretending that something doesn't bother me, or, you know, like, oh, I'm so nonchalant, I don't care. It's like, I care very much, actually. Actually, this is killing me, you know what I mean? Morning. And then you just move right past it. And so what was I so afraid of? It's like literally nothing. When I see other people, the thought I project into their head is, who does this guy think he is? And it's like, they're not thinking that, I'm thinking that. And it's like, well, who do I think I am? I think I'm Jordan Ty, that Rucking guy. I think I'm Dope Sauce because I'm dripping in it. I think I'm Occupy Ty, Occupy Media. I think that I'm that motherfucker. I'm that motherfucker for real. Like, I don't let white supremacy and capitalism and fucking patriarchy, like, think they got one over on me, dog. Like, nah. This shit is dumb. All you motherfuckers that think like this are dumb. And you found the one today. But I'll see you tomorrow.